Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Greetings everybody, guys. Well, today will be not quite ordinary report because it's really quite rare where we're taking a look at the dollar index. But guys, actually the result of the Friday video made me interesting with the dollar index process that right now stands on the markets. And today I have decided, it makes sense to take a look at the broader picture. And when I just have seen what really is going on there, it was just wow, it's really very thrilling setup right now is on the dollar index stand, and mostly it of course has relation to longer perspective, but any longer perspective starts with the shorter one. And as we briefly have taken a look on Friday in daily video on the dollar index, and it was really good stuff for trading, mostly had the relation to non-farm payrolls release. But right now, by taking a look at the longer perspective, it was really some kind of the thrilling moment for me. And I thought, why we will not take a look today at the dollar index and the weekly research. Actually, guys, analyzing of the dollar index is not really a very special topic for us, because if you remember, those of you who are staying now for a long period of time already probably remember that we have started to talk on the dollar index with the details in 2011. And actually, in today's weekly research, I have put this thread in analysis that you could just refresh those thoughts, those analyses that we have made, because in this year, this analysis that we have made in 2011 has been completed. And it's really a very important moment. I also strongly recommend you to read at least the fundamental part of our weekly thread, because it contains really very important detail, and that could make the impact on all markets across the board. Because you should understand that the dollar index is in fact the background, the core of the whole forex market. All other currencies will make the reflection of the process that stand on the dollar index. Dollar index also makes impact on the commodities. It's also very important. That's why we should understand the processes that stand on the dollar index. And in the two words, guys, I just will show you uncover to you some intrigue that stands right now on the dollar index. So you could read the details in our weekly research. And in the two words speaking, currently, guys, the investors have closed significantly long positions, and this has happened in the June. This was really 50% collapse in the market value of the dollar index futures. How to combine this process with the hawkish Fed policy? It should be in opposite direction. So Fed shows the really hawkish policy right now, right? And investors right now starts to talk that maybe we will see even stronger rate hike than it was anticipated previously. Statistics from the Fed and from the United States economy also stands positive. How to explain this massive closing of the longs from the investors with the good forecast from the United States economy and rate increase? That's really the riddle that we have right now. And it's difficult to answer, and maybe investors see right now some other factors that will hold the possible dollar appreciation. Because based on this behavior of the investor, it seems that they do not believe in a further appreciation of the dollar index above the previous top around 103 level. That's the one conclusion that we could make. And it means that any upward action in the nearest future that we're looking for on the dollar index will mean just a retracement. This could be deep retracement, but it will be just a fluctuation inside the previous swings. So all other details you will find in the weekly research. Right now, let's talk to short-term perspective of the dollar index. and probably you could just drag this analysis on other currencies, because on the Australian dollars, on the euro currency, we have almost similar setup, but in a different direction. So here it will be to the upside, because this is dollar, and the euro currencies will be corresponding downside. So if here we have the hand and shoulders, reverse hand and shoulders, on the euro currency, we will have the direct hand and shoulders pattern. So it's relatively simple. So now what we see on the daily dollar index, our idea and suggestion that market should reverse down somewhere around 94.20 area, because this also weekly resistance right now starts to work. So you can see market has shown some kind of shooting star pattern has been formed on Friday. Also, guys, it was some kind of the minor wash and rinse of this previous steps. So here the swing slightly greater than previous swing down. This is also short-term bearish setup. Also here we have the monthly pivot resistance one. It's 93.98. I don't have it in this chart, but it also stands in this area. This price action suggests some downward retracement. I think that we should keep an eye on the area around these lows. So this is the 92, the 618 FIB support of this most recent top here. But maybe this action will be slightly lower, not so deep. Not lower, just not so deep, and maybe market will stop somewhere around these lows. So better to watch for this area. This is actually the first scenario that we could get. Another scenario, if market will start dropping here below this FIB support, it will lead us to another weekly pattern that we have discussed in the weekly research. So now it's a bit early to talk about it. That's why on the daily chart we have two moments to watch for. First of all, we will be watching for appearing of the right shoulder of this pattern, and second, we start to watch for this upward retracement that should come due to the situation on the monthly and weekly charts. So some kind of the ABCD action we should get here within the few weeks. Also, guys, as you can see on the daily chart, we have not bad background, because theoretically we have the clear bullish divergence rate and the monthly confidence support. So hand and shoulder is very good when it has the also confirmation by the bullish divergence at significant FIB support. It's not just somewhere, but at the strong support area. That's very important. That's why on the coming week we mostly will deal with this downward action that should start. The only risk factor, guys, that I see right now is that market hasn't quite reached the 94.20 area. It means that market could make an attempt to do this. Maybe it will not happen immediately on the beginning of the week. Maybe market will form some first reaction down, but later could return right back down or right back up and retest this area and starting to dropping further. So on the forward time frame chart, this could happen by appearing with some different pattern. So here you can see our analysis that we have prepared on Friday. That was our entry point. I even could show you my position that I opened based on this stop. So this actually right in the point where free drive should start to work. My stop stands above 94.50 area. So that is above the weekly 94.20 FIB resistance. So you can see. Those of you who have taken this position, you probably could think about the moving stop to the break-evens in the beginning of the week. Now, a few comments here. Mostly, I already have explained this in the Friday video. This is completed ABCD 1618 target that has started upward action with this nicely looking godless triple 2 buy. Free drive sell is finalizing this action and makes the justification for a possible downward reversal. That's why if you're trading in an intraday chart and you just would like to grab the result from the free drive, you should think about taking profit somewhere around 93 even, because this will be confidence support, this will be weekly pivot support one, and that will be minimal target of the free drive. So the minimal target will be moving below the bottom of the second drive. That's the minimum target of this pattern. Others could behave differently. So maybe you will contract tight the stops on the moving down, because as I said, 94.20 area has not been met. So it means that market, for example, could show the minor reaction here, reach the 93, but then turn up and show some bigger pattern could be formed here. Maybe larger hand shoulders will be formed. It's not definitely, maybe not, but the risk exists of that. That's why do not forget about your position, manage this position, and let's keep watching. Whatever will happen here, currently the situation looks just perfect because take a look, market has formed pretty nice reversal candle and it suggests further downward action. Despite what will happen here, maybe market will start dropping immediately. So based on this free drive, the market will reach the 92.30 area. That's, by the way, area where we should take the profit on our bread and butter trade on the weekly chart. 92.30, take a look. It stands in correspondence with the bottom of the left shoulder on the daily chart. That's why I bet it to close finally short positions over in this area. So this is the first price action that we'll be keeping an eye on the coming week. So downward action. As soon as market will complete it, and if it will complete it, we will turn directly to the daily hand and shoulder, starting to watching bullish reversal pattern somewhere in this area to possess ourselves with a possible second upside leg with this hand and shoulder pattern. That's approximately the trading plan for a few weeks on the United States dollar.